Hi, CP Algebra 1. Just so you know, that any of the problems from last night's homework, um, you can go back in on Schoology under our courses, which is CP Algebra 1. And if you go in the Semester 1 folder, the SLE Chapter 1, each one of these are the chapters. So SLE number 3 would be the odd answers from last night's homework. Obviously, SLE number 4 would be the odd answers for today's lesson. So please be aware those will take you to a video. You can change the closed captioning to what you would like. All right, so we're going to go into SLE number 4 in your packets. We will be on page 15 in the book, or if you still have the packet. Remember, you need to go get the book from the bookstore. Let me know right now. Pause your video. Let me know if you need to get your book, because I don't have any more copies for you beyond this first packet I had given you. This is SLE number 4, so we are going to start doing single things. So inverse operations. So addition and subtraction undo each other. Multiplication and division undo each other. They're the keys to undo it. Okay? All right, for each of these problems, first thing I'm going to do is wherever I have an equal sign, I'm going to draw a vertical line through it. And that vertical line basically indicates I have an equal sign. So what I do to one side of the equal sign, I have to do to the other side. For problem number 1, I have x plus 5 is equal to 12. I want to do the opposite to get x by itself, so I'm going to subtract 5 from each side. These cancel each other out. That's going to give me x equals 7. That's our answer. If we plug 7 in for x, we'd get 7 plus 5 equals 12, which is true. For problem number 2, I want to do the opposite of subtraction, which is addition. So I'm going to add 11 to both sides. So I'm going to get x is equal to 29. Okay, so that's, the first one, opposite of addition would be subtraction, opposite of subtraction would be addition. Now we have 2a is equal to 22. So 2 and a are being multiplied together. So to undo multiplication, we have to do division. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2. Those cancel out. So I'm going to get a equals 22 over 2 is equal to 11. Just use a calculator. Go 22 divided by 2. It gives you 11. For problem number 4, 6 and m are being held together by multiplication. So I'm going to divide each side by 6, because the opposite of multiplication is division. That's going to give me m equals 9 over 6. This will reduce. 3 goes into the top, 3 goes into the bottom, so you wind up with an answer of 3 over 2. Now, some of you might say, well, can't I just have the answer of 1.5? And the answer is yes. For problem number 5, we need to recognize that I have a negative like that, so this is going to become z plus 4 because the two negatives make each other a positive. And then we're going to go ahead and subtract 4 from both sides. That's the opposite operation. So I'm going to get z is equal to 18 minus 4, which is 14. For problem number 6, this is a division problem. A fraction and division mean the same thing. So x over 2 is, to undo division, you need to multiply. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. Notice it on either side of the equal sign. These cancel each other out now. So that gives me x equals -3 times 2 is -6. Please ask me if you have any questions. I'm happy to help you along with that problem. So how do we solve word problems? Well, let's see. No, that didn't work. So how do we solve word problems? Well, we're going to read first before we do anything. We're then going to highlight, and I have highlighters underneath the one electronic board. You can borrow one for the period. Just please put it back. And then we're going to try and create an equation and solve for our letter to see if we answer it. And we have to make sure once we solve, we label it correctly. Okay, so you don't want to lose points for things you didn't do correctly. Our first problem, our first word problem, I'm going to read it out loud first. We'll follow along. It says, Jess got 5 more snaps today than yesterday. If today she got a total of 58 snaps, how many did she get yesterday? Okay, let's do some important highlighting. 5 more today than yesterday. Today got 58 snaps. How many did she get yesterday? All right, so let's see if we can start working that. 5 more. 5 more means I'm adding 5 to something. Let's call today X, then yesterday. Okay. If today she got 58 snaps, how many did she get yesterday? So X can indicate the snaps, but let's actually call this maybe Y. So she got 5 more snaps today, 5 more today than she did yesterday. So we have X plus 5. I probably don't need this Y. If today she got 58 snaps, that satisfied it. So 5 more today, X plus 5. Today got 58, so it equals 58. So let's go ahead and see if we can solve it. I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. Those cancel. 58 minus 5 is 53. So 58, 3 snaps yesterday. There's your problem. It's all worked out. And again, the highlighting portion is important. And realize I'm happy to read any of them aloud to you. Problem number 2. It said it took Matt twice as long to do his homework as his brother John. If John got his homework done in 2 hours, how long did it take Matt? Okay, so let's highlight things we know. Matt took twice as long than John for the homework. And then they tell us that John got his homework done in 2 hours. How long did it take Matt? Okay, so we're going to call Matt X. So it took Matt twice as long to do his homework as John, but John did it in 2 hours. Okay, so Matt took twice as long. Matt took twice as long to do his homework as his brother John. If John got his homework done in 2 hours, so John equals 2 hours. So if Matt took twice as long, just take that 2 and plug it in here. So it took Matt 4 hours to do homework. Oh boy, that's a lot of homework to do. I hope that doesn't happen to you guys. Okay, so I want you to take this opportunity to do the best you can for your homework. You have page 17 and 18, and I'd like you to do all of them. But now I'm going to be on page 18. I'm going to read each of the problems. That way you can translate it. So problem number 11 says Natalie buys organic almonds priced at $27 from the grocery store. How much did she pay the cashier if she received $23 in change? So she bought almonds that were priced at $27. Natalie gave a certain amount of money. How much did she give if she got $23 in change? So that's number 11 read out loud. Number 12 read out loud says Rex and his friends are gaming online. An hour later, 6 friends go offline. A total of 5 people continue playing. How many people, including Rex, were gaming online initially? So that's number 12 read to you. Number 13 read to you. Trevor takes up a test at school and completes it in an hour. The test has 2 sections. If he takes 35 minutes to complete the first section, how much time does he have left to complete the second section? So that's number 13 read. Number 14 read, Clara has to climb a total of 36 steps to get to her dorm room on the 3rd floor. When she gets to the 2nd floor, she has climbed half the steps. How many steps does she have left to climb? And then number 15 read for you, is Jamie or Jaime paid the rent well past the due date for the months of April, May, and June. As a result, he has been charged a total of $75 in late fees. How much did he pay as a late fee each month? So do the best you can on these. And remember, you can find the odd answers worked out in the folder on Schoology. So make sure you get back to that red folder, and this would go through SLE 4. That would be for tonight's homework. Have a nice day. Take care of one another.